Hey, it's spooky season. We're here on for our Halloween Havoc preview. So, how you doing, Matt?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. This is a beautiful Monday afternoon that we're recording this podcast.
Yeah,
That's actually
the lighting's the exact same as it was 45 seconds ago when we ended the Sunday post. I haven't changed clothes since yesterday.
yeah.
I don't know how we pulled this off. It looks identical. But
Uh,
let's talk about Halloween Havoc because I am beyond stoked for this show.
yeah. Let's what do we got up first, or at least obviously it made the order may not be the same as what we talk about. Obviously.
I am going off WWE.com's card.
Hmm.
Um, where we are going to get a Halloween Havoc special edition of the Lashing Out show with Lash Legend. It's a talk show.
Oh, it's gonna steal
Um,
the show.
sure, it's. Let me tell you how entertaining this has been thus far. It has become a pretty common thing for the Lashing Out segments to get a Tony D'Angelo sighting. Apparently, he has the hots for Lash Legend, so
All
we'll
right.
undoubtedly get a little bit more in that. We are going to get the reveal, or sorry, a mysterious superstar will be unveiled. There's a teaser on WWE.com that shows a hooded individual burying any number of random items from a crutch to a WWE folding chair. There's like a wall mirror, one of those like $14 ones you get at Target, throwing
Yeah.
it in a grave and burying it. It's a little weird. Um, the best thing I can think is that this is where Elias is headed.
Hmm.
Um, the last we saw, Elias set fire to his guitar and walked off into the woods. And now we have a shadowy figure in the woods burying a bunch of other items. I could just be hoping that this is where the drifter returns because,
Right.
dark hoodies and drifters kind of go hand in hand as well. I don't know why I'm dissecting this 45-second video like it's a Taylor Swift video, but I, I would love it. Bring Elias back, get him some TV time. I love this dude. You could even bring him back as Vagabundo because we all know how much I truly loved that one off. Um, but yeah, we have a mysterious figure that will be unveiled. The debut of Solo Sakoa. This is the newest of the Samoan dynasty that is joining the WWE team. I believe he is another Uso. So much like Braun Breaker, it's a little weird that he is not using the more common name within the
right.
company. But maybe they're just going to differentiate him on NXT for the sake of early on, and then he'll become an Uso down the line. Um, if he is not an Uso and he is one of the other few bloodlines that work so prevalently within the company, I apologize. I don't mean to generalize there. Um, Finally, getting to a match on this card. Good lord. We have the NXT Tag Team Championship being defended in a spin the wheel, make a deal match. MSK versus Imperium. First, I want your guess at what the stipulation will be, and then pick a
Uh,
winner.
hmm. Um, are we just going to make up a stipulation, or is there any particular thing? I know we got the Stairway to Hell ladder match or something like that,
Okay,
or for the women later on.
so these are the stipulations that NXT has posted for the wheel. This year, your options will be an ambulance match, a biker's chain match, which I assume is like a strap match, um, boiler room brawl, which could be a lot of fun. Probably not for this match.
Yeah.
Buried alive, casket match. We have a match called Chucky's Choice, where I assume everybody's favorite good guy doll is going to pick which of the other stipulations he wants to see. Coal miner's glove on a pole match. I do not imagine that
What?
the wheel is going to land on this one. Insane asylum match. Lumberjack o' lantern match, which I'm just assuming is like that dumb thing they do on Thanksgiving every year,
Yeah.
where there's just random pumpkins around the ring. Uh, the Scareway to Hell ladder match is already
Yeah.
on the card. We have a trick or street fight, which will undoubtedly end up in here, and then a weapons wild match. So I guess just a anything goes hardcore match.
I'm gonna go with trick or street match for this for these guys.
I I honestly I wish that I don't like the idea of Imperium having to work within one of these, but um, I'm gonna go with the Boiler Room Brawl. It's been a while, and I truly just miss these matches.
Yeah.
Um, although,
I
let's
wonder is
see,
so the Insane Asylum match. I wonder if it's kind of like a like the like the cage match with Jericho and Dean Ambrose,
the
the
Ambrose
Ambrose
Asylum.
Asylum. Yeah, I kind of wonder if that's going to be the thing where there's just kind of random weapons attached to the top of the cage
Oh no,
that you can use.
it's a purely cinematic match that's already been filmed. They're just gonna find a way to make this work.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I would imagine it's probably like the Ambrose Asylum match, which means when the show starts, you're pretty well going to know whether or not that one's coming.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I like the idea of the street fight or the boiler room brawl. I feel like much like a street fight, it still allows them to just be, like a violent tag match.
I kind
Um,
of wonder if that's the case. Are they just going to bring out like boiler room decorations out and like a boiler just towards the ring? Because I'm just thinking like last year, some of these matches made more sense when you didn't have a crowd, and now that they have one, I feel like they want to use it. So like that's my only like argument against some of these types of matches, unless they're bringing those elements into the arena. You know.
oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I just don't think they're going to do a lot of matches where like you're not going to have that crowd there. Like that's all. So,
All right, so who you got winning this one?
um, man, I want to say MSK, and I'm always going to say MSK because I like them in PWG, and they're just not they're still this is months later, and they're just not connecting with the crowd. I want to say MSK, but I'm going to give this to Imperium.
I'm
Makes
I'm
me
gonna
sad.
go. I'm gonna go with Imperium too.
Mm,
Mostly because I'm hoping that Walter is healthy and he can come out at the end of this show and challenge whoever comes out on top.
yeah.
Because I would like to see Walter and Champa again, very much so.
Mm.
Um, so I'm going to go with Imperium. Imperium is going to be our draped in gold undisputed era for this year. Next, we have the Scareway to Hell triple threat ladder match that may not end up being a triple threat match. Apparently, one of the Toxic Attraction wrestlers is injured and may not be able to compete.
Mm.
So we'll have to. I guess we'll wait. They're making like a game time decision on this one, but the match is slated to be Io and Zoe Stark defending against Indy Hartwell and Persia Parada, and Toxic Attractions Gigi Dolan and JC Jane.
Do we know which one's injured?
I think it's JC Jane.
Okay. Um, and who are the champions right now again? It's
Io and
Io
Zoe
and
Stark.
um hmm. I'm gonna go with Indy Hartwell and her partner. I've already forgotten.
Persia Parada.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
didn't
gonna go with.
I didn't recognize her at all when they popped up and had a match on TV this week. Uh, so
Now, So are any more of these matches getting spin the wheel, make a deal
The
thing situation?
the women's championship match.
Oh, but that's hasn't already been determined as the scare way to.
No, this is this match. The
Oh,
women's
okay. Is
tag
this match?
championship match is the Scareway to Hell ladder match. Um,
Okay.
I I like the idea of Indy Hartwell getting the belt, but I feel like with an a I don't want to belittle her, but with a partner that I don't recognize, it would be kind of shocking for them to get the belt here. I think if Toxic Attraction can go, I think that they're going to win. Io and Zoe Stark have not been getting along.
Mm.
If they do have to pull an audible and just do the 2-on-2, I think they have Io and Zoe Stark retain. Um, but we'll
All
see.
right. Yeah.
I very much like Toxic Attraction. I think it's great. Keep this going. Um, Next, we have the NXT Women's Championship in the Spin the Wheel, Make a Deal match. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this being up towards the top of the card, this is where Chucky comes into play.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like that's why I was asking because I was just like, there's got to be at least one. It's not gonna not land on the Chucky thing at some
Yeah.
point in the show. So, yeah, I agree. Um,
So, which of these fine stipulations do you imagine our friend Chucky, Charles Lee
um,
Ray?
damn. What's he gonna pick? He's gonna pick. Um, man, I don't know. I don't know what's the craziest one for a evil doll to pick.
I want a match. I'm going to throw a curveball in here. I want a match where the puppeteer that controls Chucky has to work the match as the referee controlling Chucky. I want Chucky as the special guest referee.
That would be kind of amazing. I just don't expect him to treat everyone fair there. It's not going to be an ambulance match, that's for sure, because that's just too like basic. I think for an evil doll to pick. Weirdly, I've already kind of shot down the boiler room thing, but the boiler room thing actually doesn't sound like a bad idea for Chucky's choice.
It's got a bit of a Freddy vibe,
Yeah.
but I think that Chucky would go with the buried alive match. Um,
That's pretty good.
which I don't think we got one of those last year
Mm.
at Halloween Havoc, and it definitely fits really well. So I'm gonna go with Chucky picking a buried alive match, and as much as I love Raquel Gonzalez, I'm real surprised she didn't get drafted.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna take Mandy Rose here. Um, it's got to be an upset. Um, because I don't think many people are going to picture them giving this belt to Mandy Rose. But I'm taking Mandy Rose here in the Buried Alive match. She'll probably get some help. So
Mm.
any of these stipulations is really going to aid her because Raquel has no friends anymore. Um,
Right.
but yeah, I think that Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction walk out of here with at least one belt.
Yeah, I agree. I actually think it's a thing, and it's another thing to kind of be like, okay, this is the new era of NXT. This new NXT 2.0. Uh, I think that's a good way to differentiate it, and I think that she's been doing good work, so I think it works out. Raquel, I think, has been a great champion, and I think she's got a big future ahead of her. So,
Now, the match that's not listed on this card, but I expect to get tossed in here at some point between now and tomorrow is I think that the Johnny Gargano challenging for the North American Championship against Carmelo Hayes is
mhm.
going to get squeezed in here. If not, it'll be Gargano and Dexter Loomis in a tag match against Carmelo, and it's either Trick or Trip.
Yeah,
Um, he'll probably go by Trick because it's Halloween Havoc,
yeah,
even if that's not his name. But I think they'll end up having a tag match. either way, I'm pretty sure you're going to see Johnny Gargano come out on top. Um,
Right.
so hopefully, I mean, he is one of the small guys, but so is Carmelo Hayes, and they just gave him a belt. So we'll see what happens there. But now, the meat and potatoes of this whole show. Braun Breaker gets his first title opportunity, and he takes on the Psycho Killer on Halloween Havoc, Tommaso Ciampa. What do you think?
It's damn. I think it's like on one hand, it's just like I feel like it's too quick to take Goldie off of Champa, but at the same time, man, they're putting a rocket strap on this guy. Like, I think Champa's gonna squeeze out a win. Um, I think now Chucky has some history with Braun Breaker's father, although they're not acknowledging the Steiner lineage. But like as a nod to us that know, having Chucky somehow interfere in this match and that ultimately leading to why Braun Breaker loses this match, I wouldn't be upset about it. I mean, Chucky upsets me, but I wouldn't be upset about like that's how we got to like Braun Breaker looks strong, except for like he's petrified of Chucky. I'm okay with that. So
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great showcase. They couldn't. There's probably not. I mean, outside of Gargano, there's probably not another guy on this roster that could, come out here and make Braun Breaker look as good as Ciampa's going to do.
yeah,
Um, it's gonna get. We both know this is going to get some shenanigan ass WWE ending. Um, where probably 9 other of the new NXT guys get involved in this shit, and we don't get a finish at all. I don't think Champa loses this belt. I don't think they're ready for Braun Breaker to be the champ just yet. He's going to get to look great, and then the the new Brock Lesnar guy. I can't even remember what the hell they changed his name to. Um,
yeah.
he'll get involved. Joe Gacy's got some issues with Champa, so we're gonna have to see him again. Um, there's no
Michael
way.
Myers at
Yeah,
this point, like I mean, to promote Halloween Kills on Peacock. Uh,
I didn't even think about the rest of the synergy.
yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis is going to pull a John Stewart and make sure that Tommaso keeps Goldie.
yeah,
That's where we're going to get here.
yeah.
Oh
It's
man.
I'm hoping it's a big old fun Halloween ending. Even if we're gonna have a WWE like BS ending. Like I want it to be fun because WWE they can do it fun sometimes, just not a damn roll up, please, for the love of God, not another roll up on this
Yeah.
entire show. I don't want to see a roll up on this entire show. Like there can be DQs by Chucky, by Michael Myers, by any number of weird situations, zombies. I just don't want to see a roll up ending a match.
So basically, what we're begging for is that all of the special stipulation matches be those that do not have pinfall and submission options.
Yeah, yeah,
I need
exactly.
buried alive so that somebody's got to go in that hole. I need the ambulance match so somebody has to go in that truck. I need
Yeah,
like no pins at all.
yeah,
Because that's how the MSK match would end. MSK would
yeah,
get a roll up and keep the belts like that. Like you already know, looking at this card, that that's the match where this would happen.
yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
And they're so good, and I've seen them defeat the Lucha Brothers on a couple of occasions. So like those guys are really great, and like they should be dominating if you're going to put the championships on them, not barely squeaking out wins.
Move
So
them. I think though, and I when you said they're still not resonating, I was thinking about it a little bit. I say you move them to Raw. You have them wandering around with Matt Riddle. Like give them some Riddle personality in the nudge, because we all know,
yeah,
yeah, like it could work. Uh, we also all know that Orton likes to partake, so it's not too outside the realm that he'd bring two more stoners into the fold. Um, I really do. I think that would be the easiest way to like get them where they need to be. Um, that and quit having them cut cheesy promos about childhood dreams and shit.
Right.
Just just be the goofy stoner guys and go out, do fun flips and shit. It has worked for so many before. It will continue to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the crazy card. We're going to try to do a podcast to follow up on this show. But we will be in another country. So we might do an audio only podcast coming up for our Halloween Havoc recap. We might record video. It just might not get posted until I get back, at least. But we're going to try to do a podcast to cover this, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I don't know any other podcasts that have also recorded in Guatemala, so that would be interesting for us to do. So yeah.
Just gonna leave stickers laying everywhere. I've still got like 200 of them. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, enjoy your Halloween Havoc. Enjoy your Halloween, and we will catch you later.
Like, subscribe, ring the
do all that stuff.
bell, do all the fun stuff. Share. Even I wait until you come out of Facebook jail and then share it. Like, I don't care. Just keep sharing. Again, we don't make any money for this, and probably, I mean, I will. I'll go back to the well. If Mike Lindell wants to cut me a check, I will take his advertising dollars. Outside of that, we're probably never going to make any money for this. We do it for fun. But what also makes it a little more worth it for us is seeing where people listen from. I love it. I love the metrics part of this. Um, I love that he's in LA. I'm in South Carolina, and we still get to talk wrestling like this. It's
Yeah.
fun, but yeah, the analytics of this, they make it worth it to see that we've got like one guy on a dairy farm in Ireland that like turned us on one day. That's awesome. So like, subscribe, share. Do what you can to stay out of Facebook jail. I know it's real hard. But thank you for tuning in. We will be back probably from Guatemala, which is a crazy thing to say. But
Yeah. All right. Take it easy.